Welcome back to the Nigeria Decides Studios on the NTA. I am Cyril Stober. This session, I have with me two guests who would be speaking to what we are all anticipating, which will take off in just a matter of hours now. It's a countdown already to the governorship and State House of Assembly elections. Let me welcome at this time David Akoji, who is Special Assistant to the Director General, National Orientation Agency, NOA. David, welcome.
Thank you very much, Cyril. Good evening, viewers.
All right. And we also have here Mukhtar Halilu Madibbu. He is a Community Engagement Assistant of Connected Development and Head Data Collections, Code Observers. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right. At this point in time, we'll be heading over to Kaduna Network Center, where Amina Dogonyaru is sitting in tonight. Amina, good evening, and tell us what's happening in Kaduna at this time.
To do with the North were hatched in Kaduna. And not only that.
Well, okay, we'll at some point in time link up with our Kaduna Center, but let's come back here to Abuja and take up some issues that are already playing up. And easily the first thing that comes to mind is that, yes, it's a countdown to the elections, and people are hoping it will be free, fair, credible, violence-free, but there are some disturbing signs already. And I'm talking about the fire incident in Akwa Ibom State. What's your take on that?
Well, that's quite unfortunate. And it hallmarks the fact of why security becomes a big issue every election season. Nigerians appear not to have learned much lessons, over the years, in spite of the concerted efforts of government and security agencies. We still see incidents like this that do not help the maturing process of our democracy. I think that the incident of burning INEC office and burning INEC equipment is condemnable. It ought not to be at all.
Well, Doctor, what do you say about that?
I get surprised whenever I hear these kind of things, because this is 21st century. And this election is all about youth. Youth are the police officers, youth are the INEC ad hoc staffs, youth are all over. Youth are all over doing these things. So I get surprised. Who are these people doing all these things? And it's actually condemnable. Like, it's not something we need to be seeing by this time of the year. This is 21st century. We expect to see innovative ideas from all these people that are doing all these things. So we still shut down country for election. Why do government shut down country for election? It's because of this kind of things. These are things that ought to be happening. It's not something that needs to happen. Because election is something that is going to bring development to a country. If election is not being held, how do you expect to achieve what you want to see in the country? So I see people doing all these things as not human beings. Because a human being cannot do what will affect him. Because this thing is actually affecting everybody. It's not only affecting you as a person, it's affecting everybody. So I think it's not something to even talk about.
Well, happily enough, the Independent National Electoral Commission says it will not affect tomorrow's elections, and that the polls will still go on regardless of this. So that's something to at least cheer about. And otherwise you'd begin to think maybe they would have to put up the elections on that center. But happily that won't happen. So let's start with you and say, yes, Code Observers, what have you observed so far in the build-up to these elections?
Yeah, so you see, we have a platform called Usabe. Now, this platform is a platform that gives you lifetime situation of anything that we're reporting. So first of all, I would say we have over 5,000 observers across 33 or 34 states in Nigeria. Now, we at Code, we at Connected Development are after the processes of election, not result. We don't report anything that is result. We only report anything that is the process of the election. Now, if I said the process, I mean from the collection center to collect the sensitive and non-sensitive materials, to the polling station, to the ballot issues, to the security issues. I think we all know that each and every polling unit will have 4 unarmed police officers, and I think armed police officers 300 meters away from the polling station. So we've recorded a whole lot of issues. We've recorded positive issues. I think we've only recorded, 102 positive issues of everything went smooth and things like that. We've recorded issues like polling unit issues. If I said polling unit issues, what I mean is we have issues like polling units did not open on time, late coming of INEC staffs, and failure to come with the full non-sensitive materials, places like things like ink, things like full identification of INEC staffs and what have you. So these are mostly the issues we've recorded. We've recorded issues of security, and I think the issue that really catch my eyes is issue of bomb in Borno, and issue of one issue we recorded in Bauchi, Karofi local government. And the reports came to us as a shock that unidentified DSS officer was seen snapping picture and questioning voters on some sort of issues, which leads to chaos and people mob to beat him up and what have you. So these are basically mostly issues, and I think we've recorded issues of underage voting, which INEC review, and they're going to do something about it, and I think I will say maybe if they did something about it, it's a welcome idea.
Okay, so hopefully these matters, these issues would have been taken care of before the polls open tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. So hopefully we'll see